Ava sighed and wandered down the hall in the direction of the cafeteria. As she stood there in front of the vending machine counting change from her pocket, she heard Antonio's voice coming through the door to the kitchen. "No, it's going really well. The actress is great." A long pause. "No, Bob, I didn't get the memo. You really want to cancel it in the middle of the season?" He paused again. "Give me 2 more weeks, Bob. I promise you, if it doesn't work out, I'll bring them all back to New York myself." Had she heard correctly? Could it finally be over? Ava allowed the idea to settle on her like flakes of snow. She was there. She was right there, standing in front of a window, the New York skyline stretching out in front of her, the sounds of people yelling, cars honking, the smell of hot dogs and exhausts, the electric charge of a place that was alive. The kitchen door opened, and Antonio came striding out. He stopped when he saw Ava, who turned quickly to the vending machine. "Just getting a Snickers," she said. "You don't want to let the talent get hungry now, do you?" "Talent?" said Antonio, making a big show of looking around. "I don't see any talent." His lips pulled up in a half-hearted grin, but the worry remained in his eyes. As the Snickers bar fell from its wiry perch and spilled into the cavity at the bottom, Ava pursed her lips together to keep from smiling. She reached in and grabbed the bar. "So," she said, unable to help herself, "we're getting canceled." Antonio turned to her sharply. "Where'd you hear that?" "Just now. You, on the phone." She tore off the top of the wrapper and bit off the end. "You made a convincing case, though." Antonio's shoulders, usually so infuriatingly rigid, now slumped down as if God himself were pushing down on them. "Yeah, well, there's a lot riding on this show." His eyes flicked toward Ava, and then away again. "For you guys, I mean. You've sacrificed a lot for this." "Hey, I'm nothing if not self-sacrificing," Ava said. "But I suppose if the show had to be canceled, I would somehow find a way to carry on." "How heroic of you. Truly noble." Antonio leaned back against the vending machine. "I know you'll be fine, Ava. You're young and beautiful and smart. You'll have plenty of chances to make your mark. But some of us," he paused, rubbing his fingers against his palm the way he did when he was anxious about something. "Some of us are out of chances." Ava felt a spark of pity. So Antonio did have a stake in this after all. "Hey, I clearly know nothing about anything, but it seems to me that home is where the heart is a pretty shitty way to make your mark on the world anyway." "You're probably right." Silence passed between them. Finally, Ava held out her Snickers bar. "Want some?" Antonio took the bar from her, shoving the rest of it in his mouth. When he'd finished chewing, he tossed the empty wrapper at her and grinned, his teeth coated in chocolate. "Give me an inch," he said. "It's part of the job. I would have thought you'd know that by now." Ava shoved the wrapper into her pocket. "Maybe I do," she thought. Ava didn't tell anyone about what she'd heard. She didn't have to. A slow, creeping feeling of doom spread over the house, skulking along the baseboards and up the walls, hiding in the corners, ready to spring out at any moment. As they tended to do when they were anxious, David got louder and messier, and Bryce got smaller and neater, the two of them canceling each other out as the tension grew and grew. No one ever said the word cancellation, but the air was thick with it. Her dads acted as though there was a wrecking ball pulled back into position, ready to crash through the walls of their lives, leaving nothing behind but a pile of useless rubble. Ava almost felt bad about it. The 2 weeks of production on episode 5 passed quickly, with the network not even bothering to send any scripts beyond that. The final script centered around a couple from Idaho who were in town to compete in an oyster-shucking competition. "People underestimate us," the woman had told Ava that morning while she drank her coffee in the kitchen. "Being from a landlocked state and all, but you can get oysters anywhere these days. It's amazing." "It sounds amazing," said Ava, feeling her heart swell with goodwill. She loved this woman, This Idahoan oyster shucker, with her big poofy blonde hair and Tasmanian devil tat.